Hey everybody, welcome back. My name's Keith and this is MORryde RV. We got a special project here today we're working on, and it has to do with handrail safety on an RV. And many of you have seen these before. These are they're the mediocre safety rail type of thing that comes from the OEMs. And if you got stairs like these, well, you simply are leaning way over in to grab that, and it's kind of awkward. And so we contacted our friends at MORryde, and they have an answer. And that answer is the safety rail. Now, this safety rail comes on a lot of new rigs out there. And yeah, you could very easily say it's an upgrade. Let me get this label off here. So the one thing that our camper has, it's always irritated me. It's got a decent set of steps. I wish those were a little bit closer together because it's just awkward on those stairs. But no matter what, how many stairs I have, the handrail is right up next to the rig. So you're plunging in and grabbing onto it. And so we saw in a lot of new rigs at the RV shows that this company, MORryde, the makers of our CRE 3000 suspension, they make a safety rail solution, and it fits virtually all RVs. Um, you do need to know that you have enough clearance to put the handrail on there. So in this video, we're going to show you 5 minutes of the highlight, how easy this handrail is to put on. We're going to drop in the comments a few links how you can get to this product, especially while it's on sale. And so let's begin. We're going to show you how to put this on, how easy it is, in 5 simple steps, starting right now. So I'm going to take a minute to open this box, make sure all the parts are there. But the mission right now is to get those instructions out, make sure I have everything I need to put this on before I get it torn apart. We have a camping trip in a few days. We need to make sure everything is good to go. From what I could see online, there was a few tools. They said you'll need a drill bits. You'll need some silicone caulk, your favorite kind. I use the one you can buy at Lowe's called Marine Fast Cure. Work on boats. This stuff never fails, not in 25 years. We need a heat gun. I suppose you don't have to have that heat gun, but I'm going to peel the stickers off there by the door. I think that would look bad to leave those there and put the plate right over them.
So as you can see, there are 4 parts, including the manual, that come in this box. You got the base rail assembly that's already put together for you. You got a top piece that the pin goes through, the bolt, and there's a bag of bolts, screws that comes with it. So this is hard to mess up. Pretty simple. All right, step 1. Let's get all the stuff out of the way. Let's get the old handrail off, the old beer bottle opener at the bottom. And I took an extra step to try to get rid of some of the stickers. I think it'll just be a cleaner install getting some of these stickers out from behind it. And have your silicone ready, because when these other holes in here, it's time to pump a little bit of silicone in each one of these holes. You don't want any water or condensation getting in the wall. So for this part, I'm just going to use an awl. I'm going to scratch my mark. I'm going to show you how this bracket goes on, and this will have to be cut back. Right now, we're just getting our holes pre-drilled to make it a little easier before I put the silicone, make a big mess. But according to the instructions, we got our safety bracket, and we hold it up against the bottom of the door frame and up against the side of this. I've already closed the door. There's no issues there. And I'm just going to go and put a couple of marks where our screws are going to start. Just scratching the paint just a tiny bit. Then I can start putting some holes in. Okay, so this next part, we have to clear this little piece so that the base of the safety rail sits flat against this. When we screw it up, it sits flat. Extra screw in there might stop that rattle too. But there's some silicone or caulking, whatever it is they use, that you have to get a couple things out of the way. And then if you happen to have a variable speed, one of these oscillating tools, this one is not, but if you have one, I'd recommend using it. And the reason I say that is because you want to have control of this. This thing, when it's on, it's full speed and it shakes all over the place. But before I get too crazy, I'm going to go get me a piece of flashing and stick on here so I don't mar this all up with these little razor sharp teeth, okay? Okay, so I got an old steel rule that I used to use. Doesn't have the end that goes with it. I'm just going to use this as a guide. But what I do want to say, and I want to be clear on this, make sure you're wearing safety glasses when you're using power tools. Any metal chips come off here and hit you in the eye, you're going to have a bad day. Ask me how I know. So the other thing is, when we're plunging through this, we want to sneak up on this. We want to cut a little bit out at a time and come back. We don't want to plunge into the Asdel. We don't want to wreck this or the other side. So we may take, 3 or 4 passes just to get through what we need, and then we'll bend it out of there. But looks like we're going to have to cut it here and potentially up against this edge. So, a little bit of finesse goes a long ways in this, all right? And you see what I mean? It's very easy for this to get away from you. You want to cut and have a little bit of material left, but snap it out of there so you don't want to cut into your rig, is my point. And now I have this little bit of a lip left over here, and because this is aluminum, I'm going to take my screwdriver and I'm just going to tap this down so that it lays flat. So I got a helper screw holding this thing up, but you'll have to pop this arm back to get to these other screws while keeping this rail up against the door frame. Okay, it's not a big deal, but this magnet is the real deal. It'll pinch the heck out of your finger when you're doing this for the first time. Just be careful of that. Now you can pre-drill these and get some screws in them. So in the kit comes 2 brackets, a longer bracket and a shorter bracket. This top pin goes through, and I'm going to use the longer bracket so it can cover these holes. And I have a magnetic hook that I'm going to use for our dog leashes to put on here. So you pull this out, and this sits right on the top of this. You got to mark your holes the same exact way. There we go. Got lucky. So there's a plastic washer that goes in first. And then know this, if you get your finger in line with that, and that magnet pulls it back. So next we got to take this bolt off. And the washers is one of the trickier things. And we got to line that all up with those plastic thrust washers in place. Let me tell you. All right. So this is a metal lock washer. So we'll have to draw that up and tighten that down. You just get this snug. You don't want to pull it in and make it difficult to pull out. Oh, I see. There's the other handrail. My goodness, that's going to be a different thing. That is going to be totally different having the rail down here to walk up. Like a normal set of stairs now. Put that in. How about that? That is pretty cool. That is a problem solver indeed. Well, I like things that are simple, and MORryde sure figured this one out. Safety rail is indeed simple. It's got a magnet that holds it in. There's a pin you put through here, so when you're traveling down the road, there's no chance of this thing coming out. And when you get to where you're going, you pull the safety pin, and this piece drops out, and you got one heck of a rail here. No more wobbly little handrail. Good job, MORryde. Hey, if this video was useful, please take a minute and hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps our channel out, and it doesn't cost you anything at all. We appreciate your support, and thanks for watching.